Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. So today's video is going to be my review on Delina by Parfums De Marly, as well as a comparison of Delina to Delina Exclusif and Layard's First Kiss, which is supposed to be inspired by Delina. If you want to get right into the review, go ahead and go into this timestamp right here, because I'm going to go over a quick update because my life has been a little crazy lately. And if you saw my last 3 videos, those videos were actually filmed about 3 weeks ago. So I have a little open window this weekend where I could film. So me and my husband have been living in our home for about 10 years. And we bought the house kind of as a fixer-upper and haven't had the money to actually fix it up. But luckily we are in a place where we can update / fix and remodel some things, at least the major things. And the first project was the popcorn removal, and now we have knockdown, and then the next project is going to be our floors. So I will not be able to film for about 2 weeks, so I'm trying to squeeze this video in so you guys at least see me once a week. But I just wanted to give that quick update. Also, me and my husband are very involved in our remodeling. We are getting our hands dirty. So if you see paint on my hands, it's because I got primer on me. I actually painted about an hour ago, and even though I showered, I can't get this primer off. I can get regular paint off, but primer, for whatever reason, it doesn't come off as easy. So I just want to let you know that if you see any speckles, that's just primer. So let's go ahead and get into the review. Here is this beauty. I finally got Delina for Christmas. My mom did gift this to me, so she knew I wanted this perfume. And whether she got it for me or not, I was going to add this baby to my collection, because once I got my hands on First Kiss and smelled this one, I knew I needed to know what Delina smelled like. So I got a sample, and after getting a sample, I knew she needed to be in my collection. Now, this is a very good dupe, but as you know or don't know, I am a perfume collector, and because I fell in love with this perfume, this is a top perfume in my collection, and I own like 100 bottles of perfume, if not more. I knew I wanted the original Delina. So this is what the box looks like. It's this beautiful light pink box with this silver like embossing. And this is the 2.5 fluid ounce, 75 ml. And when you open up the box, the perfume sits in this beautiful stand that says Royal Essence. It's like this velvet stand. And then I do want to mention that this bottle is glass, because when I would see reviews, for some reason I thought this bottle was plastic. I know that sounds weird. And then it's got this beautiful embossing, as well as this nice heavy lid. And it's got the Parfums De Marly logo, I guess. And then this pretty tassel here on the side. So the details on this are stunning. So this perfume does retail for about, I believe it's $305 at Nordstrom, Bloomingdale's, or right on the Parfums De Marly site. So I don't think that this perfume is offensive or a horrible blind buy, but for the price, I would not recommend blind buying this perfume. It's very expensive, and if you don't like it, I'm not sure what the return policy would be. So I would recommend just going in store and smelling this if you can, or going to like Lucky Scents, or if you can find a reputable eBayer that sells decants of this, I would recommend doing that first. That's what I did. So this perfume was released in 2017, and the perfumer behind this is Quentin Biche. When I smell this from the bottle, this is a very green, floral, fresh, with a very sharp, tangy edge to it, is the best way from the bottle. Now, when I spray it, I do want to show you the atomizer and how this sprays. I'm not going to spray it in the air because this is expensive, and one of my viewers was like, that is way too expensive to be spraying in the air. And I would have to agree. So let's go ahead and spray that on my wrist. Oh my goodness. So I wouldn't describe this scent as your typical fruity floral. A lot of my fruity florals, you get a lot of different fruits. This is a more green, tangy floral. I wouldn't put this in the fruity floral category, in my opinion. This is unique. This is a tangy floral. So I'm going to read off the notes that I pulled from Parfums De Marly, but these don't list out all the notes. A lot of perfume houses, designers, they don't list all the notes because I think it's maybe they don't want people duping them. But I do notice that a lot of places where I look up the notes, it's not all of them. So I did check different sites and they all kind of varied. But I would say Nordstrom and Base Notes were the closest. And then those notes that I'm going to mention were also in the Parfums De Marly sites. So Delina on the Parfums De Marly site, the top is rhubarb, lychee, or lychee, depending on where you're from. Heart is Turkish rose, vanilla, and then the base notes are cashmere wood and musk. On base notes, I got lychee, rhubarb, bergamot, nutmeg, and I do get like a citrusy zest to it. So I do believe that there is, you know, bergamot. And then there's heart notes of Turkish rose, lily of the valley, and peony. And then the base notes are vanilla, incense, white musk, and then cashmere woods. And I do get musk and a very woodsy element at the dry down. So when I spray this at initial spray, I get, again, floral. I do get that rose. It's not like your vintage rose. It's not your fresh cut bouquet of roses. This is a very blended rose, like a rosy musk. And I love rose and musk together. And then it's got lychee and rhubarb. So those are like the fruity notes that to me together give it kind of that sharp zest to it, with the rhubarb giving that tangy element. So I know the few people that don't care for Delina don't like it because of that tanginess, but they like Exclusif, which we will go into next. And that's because the rhubarb in Exclusif has been removed. So that tangy note that I get very prominent from opening all the way throughout. If you don't like that, you might like Exclusif, maybe. So I'll get into that next. This is just, to me, a very fresh floral, green, tangy, not your typical fruity floral. Now, I would categorize this, because you know I like to categorize my perfumes. I would categorize this as a very feminine scent. This is a very feminine, any time of the day, year-round scent, which is why I think it's amazing, because for that price tag, I better be able to wear this scent year-round. And you can wear scents year-round, but I do categorize my scents, and this is something that I would feel comfortable wearing to brunch with the ladies, out to dinner with my husband. This can be a work scent and then carry on into a happy hour. This is a very versatile scent in my opinion, but it's also very feminine and very pretty. If you want to feel feminine and just woman, this is the scent in my opinion. Now, again, there are people who don't like this scent because of that tangy note in it. So this is something that isn't for everyone. This is very different in my opinion. This is a unique scent. This doesn't smell like anything I have except First Kiss. But again, this is a dupe. And this is just a scent that I can wear any time of the day. This is a scent that my husband likes. He really enjoys this scent. He can always tell when I have Delina on, and he's always like, are you wearing that perfume? So that's Delina. Hopefully that clears up a little bit. Okay, so now Delina Exclusif. This perfume is, to me, a very powdery version of Delina. Super powdery. This perfume pulls very powdery in my opinion. I was interested in picking this up once I smelled Delina, and then I would see people say that they didn't care for Delina. They liked the Delina Exclusif more because it was softer, or maybe they said it was sweeter. When I saw sweeter, I was like, ooh, gourmand. You know, I like gourmand scents, but I wouldn't say this is sickeningly sweet. I would just say that since the rhubarb has been pulled out, it doesn't have that tanginess. So you get Delina without the tanginess, and it's now replaced with vanilla and I would say this one's a little bit more musky. This on my skin pulls very powdery, and I do enjoy powdery scents, but this is almost like baby powder. This is like, I wore Delina for a few hours, even though the sharp note doesn't really go away on me, but I've worn Delina for a few hours and then I put baby powder on, is what this pulls on my skin. That doesn't mean it's going to pull like that on your skin, but on my skin, that's how it comes off. And it's not one that I would add to my collection just because of the high price tag. I don't love this one as much as I love Delina. I like this one. It's just a little too powdery in my opinion. So I couldn't find notes anywhere but on the Parfums De Marly site for Exclusif. I did find like a description on Fragrantica, but I didn't agree with it. So Fragrantica described this as fruity, vanilla, rose, oud, tropical, and fresh. This is none of those to me. It is like slightly fruity, and I'll go over that in a minute, but it's not like fruity like my typical fruity florals, and it's not tropical to me, and it's not fresh. It's unless you think baby powder is fresh. But the top notes on this are pear, lychee, heart are rose, damascena, incense, and then the base is vanilla and musk. I do get the vanilla, I do get musk, I do get the rose. I don't really get pear, but maybe that's like a little bit of the fruitiness. But this is just Delina, less tart, more powdery, in my opinion. And I think if you like that, you will really enjoy Exclusif. If you like, this isn't like a gourmand or sickeningly sweet, but it's just got this pretty vanilla and powderiness to it. If that sounds like something you would like, I think you will really enjoy Exclusif. It's not something that I will reach for just because it pulls a little too powdery on my skin. Okay, and then last we have First Kiss. This is actually how I discovered Delina. I got sent First Kiss by Layered along with some other perfumes, and when I smelled this, I needed to know what Delina smelled like, so I picked up the sample and the hair mist, which I don't have with me because I packed it away somewhere and I was looking everywhere and I couldn't find it. And then once I smelled the sample and the hair mist, I needed the bottle and then I ended up getting it for Christmas. But this is a very spot on dupe for Delina. The only thing I would say is this might be a little bit more incensey, a little bit more peppery maybe. It's got a really pretty atomizer. Yeah, this one's a little bit more incensey, peppery. Also at first spray you do get a little bit more of that alcohol, but it quickly goes away. And I would say after 30 minutes, these start to smell almost identical. This one's just a little more of an incensey, peppery vibe, which I actually like, but my husband doesn't. He can always tell when I'm wearing First Kiss over Delina, because there's, again, that note that he can pick up, which I pick up as well, but he's not crazy about. But this smells very close. He did admit that it does smell very close, but he finds Delina to be more blended. So this bottle, I believe now retails for $64 and change, so $65. This is the 1.8 ounce, the 55 ml. But if you do not want to spend the price tag, this is a very, very, very close dupe. I mean, this is probably one of the closest dupes that I own in my collection. This is really good. So I would recommend this if you do not want to spend the price on this, because they are pretty darn close. I even sprayed it for my sister and she said that they were pretty close. She actually preferred First Kiss over it. She said that this had more of a sharpness to it, which she really enjoyed. So she did like First Kiss. She said that this was almost Delina's older, bigger sister, and that might be the incense maybe not being as blended. I don't get a strong incense vibe from this one where I do from this one, but other than that, they smell pretty spot on. The longevity on all of these perfumes is amazing. They're all next day perfumes. They linger, they stay on your skin, they all project, they all have an amazing sillage. I would say Exclusif is a little softer, but they all project. I would say Delina and First Kiss are more projecting, a little more stronger, but these are all great scents. For the price, they better be. That is my review comparison. I hope that helps. When it comes to Delina, she's unique. I don't know what to say. She's just a very pretty, feminine, tangy floral. I don't want to say fruity floral because she's just not a fruity floral to me. She's a tangy floral. This is a compliment getter. People have complimented me wearing this. I don't think this scent is offensive. I just don't know that it will be everyone's cup of tea because it is, again, it's tangy. I don't have a lot of perfumes in my collection that are like that. I have seen reviews where people say that this is a very girly scent. I don't like to say girly because when I think of girly, I think of more juvenile. This to me is a very women of all ages. Women of all ages, year-round, anytime scent. And I just think this scent is beautiful. And I'm very happy that it's in my collection. It is one of my top favorite perfumes. And that is Delina by Parfums De Marly. That will do it for today's video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like me and haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed. Click that notification bell so you know when I upload. And until next time, guys, bye.